Okay?
And here we go.
The president made very clear that the U.S.'s commitment to Israel is, in his words, he said it twice, ironclad. How can the U.S.'s commitment to Israel be, quote, ironclad when in the statement released on behalf of the White House last week after his conversation with Benjamin Netanyahu, he said that the U.S. would reassess its policy as it relates to Israel, given the way it prosecutes the war in Gaza?
So the
be ironclad and be reassessed.
Here we go again.
Look, this is an important relationship that we have with Israel. They are our friends. And we have always said that we are committed to make sure that Israel's security, especially against these threats that we're hearing from Iran, that they are protected. And that is ironclad.
These matches say you're lying.
An interview that the president recently did, he said, I think what he's doing is a mistake. I don't agree with his approach, talking about Netanyahu. Can you clarify what is the mistake?
The president has been very clear. I started out this briefing talking about how humanitarian aid has increased, and that's because of the conversation that the president had with the prime minister. That's important. We need to make sure that civilians are protected. We need to make sure that humanitarian aid workers are protected. The president has said that. That is what our focus is going to continue to be, as well as making sure that this hostage deal gets done.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
The president has always been very honest and direct with leaders, including the prime minister.
Does the president believe Netanyahu's approach, as you sort of just laid out there, is to blame for the famine that we are now seeing in Gaza?
What I will say is that is not what the president is saying. The president has been very clear that more needs to be done to protect innocent civilians. More work needs to be done to make sure that humanitarian aid workers who are doing incredible work, who are being incredibly brave, are protected. And so that is what we're speaking to. And unfortunately, we've seen more than 200 of humanitarian aid workers die. And that is something we do not want to continue to see. That's why the president had this conversation with the prime minister last week, a 30-minute direct conversation with the prime minister on what needs to be done to continue to protect innocent civilians.
Now, Sleepy Joe.